Take seats.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of Class 1183. My name is Matthew Densmore, and I'm the Assistant Chief Patrol Agent here at the Academy, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today's graduation. I would like to welcome all the family and friends who were able to be here today and share in the graduation. This graduation is for graduates and family members alike. Please feel free to move about and take photos at any point in the ceremony. At this time, I would like to introduce the on-stage ceremonial party. Starting on my far right is Ryan Landrum, Chief Patrol Agent, U.S. Border Patrol Academy. Robert Simon, Deputy Chief Patrol Agent, Detroit Sector. Next, I'd like to recognize staff members of the U.S. Border Patrol Academy who were instrumental in the success of this session. Some of the staff members could not be present today as they were busy instructing other sessions. Would the staff members please stand as your name is called and remain standing. Operations Training Department. Supervisor Border Patrol Agents Richard Dadd, Stacy Brooks, Hector Nunez, and Kenyatta Chamberlain. Border Patrol Agent Jesus Santos Jr. Spanish Training Department. Supervisor Border Patrol Agent Eduardo Colon Rivera. Border Patrol Agents Luis Garcia, Stanley Luzak IV, and Juan Navarro Sanchez. Physical Techniques Department. Supervisor Border Patrol Agents Ramon Rangel and Marco Aguilar Sr. Border Patrol Agent Aaron Snyder. Firearms Training Department. Supervisor Border Patrol Agents Nathan Friedrichsen and Stephen Martin. Border Patrol Agents Hector Hernandez and Kevin Roberts. Driver Training Department. Supervisor Border Patrol Agents Luis Rivera and Justin Lockwood. Border Patrol Agents Nicholas Theodopoulos. Tactics Training Department. Supervisor Border Patrol Agent Mauricio Guzman. Attorney Jenny Stapleton. Training Technician Diane Hernandez-Ware. Ladies and gentlemen, the staff of Class 1183. Thank you. Please be seated. The U.S. Border Patrol Academy allows family members or influential persons who are current sworn officers the honor of presenting the Border Patrol badge to the graduating relative or mentee. Please stand and remain standing when I call your name. Joining us today are Border Patrol Agent Michael Capetillo, 4 years of service. Patrol Agent in Charge William Crounce, 25 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Jonathan Uyando, 5 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Carlos Lopez, 4 years of service. Retired Supervisor Border Patrol Agent Eric Lundgren, 22 years of service. Supervisor Border Patrol Agent Orlando Mata, 25 years of service. Customs and Border Protection Officer Myra Santos, 2 years of service. Border Patrol Agent Luis Armando Villa, 22 years of service. Each graduating class selects one of its members to address the audience. During the graduation ceremony, Class 1183 has selected Border Patrol Agent John Capel. At this time, we'd like to ask Agent Capel to come forward and address the audience.
Good morning. Thank you for coming. As was just said, my name is John Capel. My classmates might also refer to me as the lawyer, Chicago, sweetheart, or cupcake. My class selected me to give this speech, and I am both honored and humbled by that selection. I need to say thank you to each and every one of them. I also want to say thank you to the Academy command staff and instructors who took the time to be here today. I do not remember the commencement speech for my high school graduation. I only remember one joke that the speaker at my college commencement speech gave, and it wasn't a good one. So if I cannot make this speech memorable, I'll try to make it short. Though if you ask my classmates, they will tell you to bet against that as well. I hope I can impart a few pearls of wisdom on my classmates, the same way that you guys, likely unknowingly, did for me over the last 5 months and 23 days. Maybe I can also give a glimpse into some of the personalities of our class and the experiences we had to all the guests here today. EOD, Enter on Duty, was September 22nd, 2021 for class 1183. Some of us knew what to expect as we got here. Yelling, screaming, running around, being extra confused and stressed. Others did not. One of our classmates that was on the bus with me from the El Paso airport to the academy was knocking over his suitcase and having his leather jacket fall on the ground and being yelled at for that first hour and then some. Within that first week, he had been yelled at many times and looked quite shell-shocked. While trying to help him relax and tell him that it's not as bad as it seems, I said to myself, I don't think he's going to make it to the academy. I was wrong. In hindsight, he didn't need my help. He sits here today as our top shot in our physical qualification, a good GPA, and a stunningly large number of Oreos that will be taken to the Yuma station. At first, we found Joker, as he came to be known, a bit different, and we still do. However, we came to embrace his oddities, and now I do not think we want him to change a bit. We love him for the things that he does and the way that he is. The lesson here is this: accept being unique in the uniqueness of those around you. Too often we want everyone to fit a certain niche. However, everyone should not be pigeonholed into a role, group, or stereotype. This line of thinking goes into politics, sports, friends groups, and yes, law enforcement. As we leave Artesia and go to our stations, we must remember that if we are all the same, thinking and acting the same, we'll be great at those things that we excel at. However, by having everyone look, think, and act the same, we will have blind spots to the places where we do not excel. No one is great at everything, and those who stick out as odd, different, or weird, well, they just might be the perfect ones for the job that comes up. We have 5 people in our class that have been at the academy before. Whether due to injury or falling short in an event previously, they didn't make it to graduation with their first class. Yet here they are now, sitting with all of us, ready to be sworn in as Border Patrol agents. Having not gone through what they did, I can only imagine the fears and anxiety that went through their head coming back here a second time. I do not know how many of us in our class would be willing to come back here and go through some or all of this academy again. They had to get OC and pepper sprayed again. They went through defensive tactics again. They did all of our law classes again. Went through EOD and all the yelling and stress that came with that again. But they did it and then some. They fell short on the first attempt, but they had the courage to try again. Take from them this message: have courage and persevere. If this is the career you want, then do it. If you want to get a certain certification, certain duty station, get on a specialty unit, or get that next promotion, go for it. Go through the hard stuff. Do not turn back because you do not know what will happen next. You've already gotten this far, so keep going. Do not be afraid to fail. Be afraid of not trying. 30 years from now, you will not look back on the things you attempted and failed at. You will look back on the things you wanted to do but never did. Seek out the opportunities to make lives better. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill said that success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage that counts. One of our instructors for class 1183 said that he was maybe 2 years from retiring from a career he started in 1996. Another told us that he, under no circumstances, ever wanted to come back to Artesia because he hated it so much. They were both here teaching our class, which included one person who EOD'd with us at 18 years old and was graduating high school last summer. Those instructors, along with many of our other ones, understand the legacy of the league is not with what they do on the job in the field as border patrol agents. Our instructors' legacy is us, all of us, everyone they have trained and the example they set in that training. How we perform as agents will not just be felt by our fellow agents on our shift or station or sector, but by a generation of border patrol agents that will follow our lead and come after us, who will look to us as mentors. We set the example for those that follow, just as our instructors set the example for us. Our legacy is not graduating from here, but is setting the example of the patrol we hope and expect and demand to see. A patrol that makes us proud to be a part of it. Our legacy is the next generation of Americans who will grow up in a country we now serve, shape, and help secure. COVID has changed all of our lives. It has affected everything we do all over this country, to include our academy and how it operates. In our class, there were several people who initially got to Artesia in July 2021. Policy changes to help protect you from COVID came down soon after they arrived, and being unvaccinated at the time, they were put into a holding pattern of sorts. For 6 weeks, they were either in Carlsbad or El Paso, waiting to be assigned to a new class. Our resident postman in class 1183, Billy, who came to the Border Patrol agency after doing 6 years in the United States Postal Service, was one of them. Another person who arrived the same day I did in September came here from LA and was born in Armenia and immigrated to the United States. Bacon, as he came to be known, and the postman both got here and they were not quite as in shape for the academy as they would like by their own admission. For 6 weeks that he was not here, Billy was working out and doing as much as he could to prepare for when he did get back to the academy. During those 6 weeks, he lost over 60 pounds before coming back here with our class. Our Armenian brother got up at 0400, that's 4 a.m. for all the civilians in the audience, to go work out each morning. He would then go through the training day, including our physical training exercise class, and then would work out again in the evening. He did that for almost 4 months. Take from them this lesson for our career. Put in the work. The Border Patrol has a wealth of opportunities for anyone who wants them. They do not just have them. You must be willing to put in the work. Begin with the end in mind and count the cost of getting to where you want to be. Are you willing to put in that work? If you know what you're doing and how much it's going to take to get there, nothing can stop you. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you." We all have the ability to do great things. Are we willing to put in the work? The last few points I will try to impart here, I don't really have a person from our class as an example to use, so just bear with me. The first is to not let this job change you. In law enforcement, whether local, state, or federal, we will see people at their worst. We will interact with horrible people and people in horrible situations. Do not let that make you jaded or become hard to be able to see the good in people. Do not become negative and think that everyone is bad at their job. Stay motivated to do the work with compassion. Stay firm to believe that you can change things. Often, those who believe they can affect change usually do. Many times, we will affect and influence people without even realizing it. Every interaction we make is an opportunity to have a positive impact on someone's life, even if we are arresting them. Be firm and confident in who you are. Daniel Burnham's a historical figure that I quite admire. He was an architect who helped design White City for the 1893 Columbian Expedition, and his grand design for a city is considered the first comprehensive planning document in the nation. He was also instrumental as an architect in rebuilding Chicago after the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. Burnham said the following: "Make no little plans. They have no magic to stir men's blood, and probably themselves will not be realized. Make big plans. Aim high and hope and work, remembering that a noble, logical diagram once recorded will never die, but long after you're gone will be a living thing, asserting itself with ever-growing insistency. Remember that our sons and daughters, grandsons and granddaughters, are going to do great things that would stagger us. Let your watchword be order and your beacon beauty. As I come to the end here, I would just like to say to each of us graduating that while we are happy to leave Artesian Academy, we're going to miss it when it's gone. To all our friends and family that are here and those that are not, you all help make this possible. I do not believe someone gets through this academy without a solid support system. To those same family and friends, along with my classmates of 1183, remember to lean on that support system more in the next few months. We will not be together, and field training is going to be tough all on its own. We've developed a bond here, and we had each other's backs and supported each other along the way. As was stated yesterday during our legacy run and during graduation practice, we are now part of a larger family, so lean on that family. Keep in mind that we do not have to do everything by ourselves. So remember, everyone, as we go to our stations in our separate ways, embrace uniqueness and oddities, have courage and persevere, set the example, put in the work, be firm in who you are, make no small plans, and lean on your support system. If you do those things, you can be confident that where you end up is where you need to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Agent Bell. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Chief of the Border Patrol Academy, Ryan Landrum. But before I invite Chief Landrum to the lectern, I would like to tell you about him. Chief Landrum entered on duty with the U.S. Border Patrol in September 2000 as a member of Class 451 of his lead station in El Paso sector. Chief Landrum has served in many positions throughout his career, including supervisor, patrol agent in charge, assistant chief, and instructor at the Border Patrol Academy. He has worked at multiple locations to include the Eagle Pass South Station in Del Rio sector, the Laredo West Station, and Freer Station in the Laredo sector, the Rio Grande City Station in Rio Grande Valley sector, and the U.S. Border Patrol Headquarters, Washington, D.C. In 2019, CPA Landrum served as the Director of the Border Security at the National Security Council at the White House. Chief Landrum earned a bachelor's degree with a minor in public administration from Ashford University. In 2017, he earned a master's in strategic studies from the U.S. Army War College. Finally, Chief Landrum is a 2020 graduate of the DHS SES Candidate Development Program. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Patrol Agent Ryan Landrum.
Appreciate the introduction. I have the distinct pleasure this morning to introduce to you the guest speaker, the class mentor. But first, I have a couple of thank yous. So, number one, for the class, thank you for the sacrifices you have made to be here, and the sacrifices you will continue to make in the name of national security. Secondly, I'd like to thank the families. For all the sacrifices that I spoke of in the class, it is arguable that you all endured more sacrifices than they did. This academy is hard, it's long, and it takes your family member away for quite some time. Just as Mr. Capel said, some folks longer than others. But none of this is possible. Them sitting before you today, graduating as U.S. Border Patrol agents, would not be possible without your love and support. I can assure you of that. All the instructors can assure you of that. The guest speaker can assure you of that. Without the love and support of our family members and our support system, none of this is possible. So thank you. Now, again, I'd like to introduce to you all Deputy Chief Patrol Agent Robert, or as I know him, Brad, Simon. Before I invite him up to the lectern, I'd like to tell you a little bit about him as well. Deputy Chief Simon is currently detailed as the Acting Deputy Director of the Joint Task Force East, where he oversees the responsibilities for Southern Maritime Border. DCPA Simon is the Deputy Chief Patrol Agent of the Detroit Sector, headquartered in Selfridge Air National Guard Base in Michigan. Deputy Chief Simon entered on duty at the U.S. Border Patrol on August 25, 2002, as a member of Class 524 at the Presidio Border Patrol Station in the Big Bend sector. Throughout his 18-year career, Deputy Simon has held multiple leadership positions at the Sandusky Bay Station in the Detroit sector, the Carrizo Springs Station in the Uvalde Station in the Del Rio sector, the Miami sector, and Border Patrol headquarters in Washington, D.C. In 2018, he UCPA assignment served as a CPP advisor in Ukraine, assisting the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine on the Russian border. Think about that today. UCPA assignment earned a bachelor's degree in history from Leadville State College and a master of military art and science and homeland security studies from the United States Army Command and General Staff College. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Deputy Chief Georgia Radstein.
Morning, class of 1983. Congratulations. I'm certain that any of you wondered if this day would ever come. Not because you doubted your abilities, but instead because of the significant challenges that you faced. But together you did. You met those challenges and you overcame them as a team. You've each proven worthy of the honor that you're about to receive. That of joining a long, proud tradition. A tight-knit family that from today on we will remember. The challenges you faced here and the sacrifices you have made will pale in comparison to what will be asked of you moving forward. No more controlled environments, no more regular schedules. But your instructors have made sure that you're prepared. And you are. After you walk across today, at least be responsible for holding honor first in everything that you do. You will define who we are, who the Border Patrol is, both on duty and off, by the way you perform your duties, the way you treat the members of our community. I have every confidence that you will do that with the same level of dedication that you address the challenges that you face here. When you enter on duty, I ask you to look out for each other. Make sure that you graduated as a team. You did that. Today I ask you to do something else. What I asked every day may sound simple, but it's not. I ask that you do the great things. Be ready. Do the right thing for the future. Be ready. Continue to work to be the best agent that you could be, the best parent you could be, the best spouse that you could be, the best sibling, the best neighbor, the best friend. Train yourself, prepare yourself, and always keep learning. Do the right thing. Your words and actions will dictate how we are all viewed. Do not let yourself down, and do not let anyone else who's ever worn this uniform. Of course, the future. We get to decide who the patrol is. Not the media, not politicians, not random detractors. So, of course, a positive future for all of us in everything that you do. Do those three things for the rest of your lives, and you will truly be living on first. Over the past 117 days, you earned the right to play this patch on your left shoulder. You must continue to earn that right every day for the rest of your career. So be proud of yourselves, but be more proud of the opportunity to wear this uniform. Honor those that have come before you and those that are yet to come, both your words and your actions. And remember, blessed are the peacemakers. Congratulations again on the first.
Thank you, Deputy Simon, for those inspiring and encouraging words. Now, we'll move on to the presentation of awards. At this time, we'd like to recognize the section leaders of Class 1183 with the Border Patrol Academy Award for Leadership. Patrol agents Robert Lumber and Adam Spangler are based on awards. The section leader position carries with it a tremendous amount of additional responsibility, aside from the same strict training regime as the rest of the class. The Leadership Award commends the section leaders for their devotion to duty, leadership, demeanor, and professional attitude. Thank you, Agents Lumber and Spangler. The next award is the Lefty Director Due to the physical demands of the position, workers are expected to be in good physical condition. Today's recipient has exceeded these requirements and is even setting an example for others to follow. Thank you, Your Honor. The Driver Training Award recognizes the graduate with the highest score in the driver training program. Work-related, Timmy Gonzalez, please come forward. Today's recipient is varsity challenge novice driver. His performance exemplifies the high level of attention to detail required to safety operating a motor vehicle. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. At this time, we would like to recognize the graduate with the highest academic achievement. Work-related, Adam Spangler, please come forward. This award signifies the graduate ranks #1 among his peers in operations, Spanish, and law. Thank you, Agent Spangler. The Firearms Training Award is awarded to the graduate with the highest score in firearms training. Work-related, Nathan Clyde, please come forward. The award signifies that the graduate has earned the distinction of achieving the highest firearms qualification score by demonstrating distinction in the efficiency of his weapon. Thank you, Agent Clyde. Our last award is the Honor First Award, which is presented on behalf of the staff of the Border Patrol Academy. Work-related, Adam Spangler, please come forward. This award is honor who has demonstrated through his action a level of integrity and commitment that exemplifies the value of a Border Patrol agent. Thank you, Agent Spangler. Please join me in giving the orders a round of applause.
Agent Natividad Gonzalez.
Sweating so much right now. Sweating? Oh shit. Put deodorant on. I can cook that. I was like, do they wake up later? I woke up.
Border Patrol Agent Isaac Guerrero. Border Patrol Agent John Marshall Capital. Border Patrol Agent Nathan Meyer.
They're gonna be famous. They're asking for a photo. Everybody? I'm gonna send them a couple, just so you know.
Border Patrol Agent Armando Lopez. Border Patrol Agent Edwin Lopez. Agent Juan M. Rivera Jr. Border Patrol Agent Griselda Rodriguez. Border Patrol Agent Jesus Santos. Myra Santos, 2 years of service.
Love you, sister, bro.
Border Patrol Agent Gregorio Saribe. Border Patrol Agent Adam Spangler. Border Patrol Agent Gary Biden. Keenan Wright. Please 21 years of service.
Graduates, please stand and prepare for the oath of office.
Class, stand.
Class, please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I,
State your name.
Matthew Capitero, Jerry Conway, William Cross, Ricardo Cruz, Joseph Delgado, January Tucker Sr.,
Matt Espinosa. Ellie Flegel.
Marco Gardner, Randy Grossman III,
Thomas Bernard Gabbard.
Natividad Gonzalez, Isaac Toledo, Marcelo Joseph, John Marshall Capo, Armando Lopez, Matthew Lopez,
Robert B. Lundgren.
Antonio Martin,
Odessa Mata.
Anthony Miller, Edward Bueno,
Melissa Supla.
Ricardo Ramirez, Juan Rivera,
Lisa Ramirez.
Jesus Santos, Gregory Sainete, Adam Spangler, Adam Juvens, Gary Lyon, Brent Valia,
Megan Watson.
Keenan Wright.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and that I will well
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
on which I am about to enter.
on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Agents, please be seated.
Take seats.
In closing, I want to thank all the family, friends, and visitors for joining in the celebration of this session's achievement.
Section leader, dismiss your class for the final time.
Class, stand. Center, face.